Hey folks, welcome to the Clear Creek Cabin. So today I want to talk a little bit about our X350 John Deere lawn tractor. And a great little tool for us, great resource. Got a little 42-inch mowing deck. I use it to mow the entire property. I probably mow 1.5 acres, almost 2 acres of grass every week in the summer. So it gets quite a bit of use. We've got over 100 and some odd hours on it. Been a great tool. We've got a little cart that we use for it to tote around some mulch or dirt or potting soil, whatever Patty wants to do, in the gardens. I use this in and around the gardens and the house where I don't want to take the John Deere 1025R. I don't like driving out of our septic tank system and all that kind of jazz. So it gets used quite a bit. Because we use it so much, I'm off and on it all the time. I'll take it down to do the mowing, which is all the way down near the end of the property, bring the weed whacker with me, weed whack a little bit, jump on the tractor, drive down a little bit further, jump back off again. And in doing so, I've worn the seat out. Got a little hole in the side over here, a little crack. I tried patching it with a 3M patch kit I had for a while that I had used on one of my old car restorations. And maybe it wasn't any good because it was old, but it didn't do a very good job. So I've decided that I'm going to put on a new tractor seat. So looking around, I looked at the original manufacturer seat replacement. That's a $185 endeavor. There's another company out there that makes a seat that looks very similar to that. It's called trackseats.com. So I'm going to check into that one as well. What I want to do is take a look at the two of them side by side, compare them for quality and value, and let you know what I'm going to pick between the two of them. So come on along. I'll show you what that's all about today, and take a look at the seats. A real mess. So here's the seat. You can see that there was a little crack that ran down through here and across this way. And I tried patching it with that 3M vinyl kit repair. Again, it may have been old, maybe it wasn't any good anymore. Maybe I had it too many years, I don't know. But it didn't come out real good. So we've decided to get the new seat. I just wanted to show that to you. But other than that, you can see that the tractor's in great shape. It needs a bath. But it's been a really great little tool for us. Super little tractor. Does a great job for us. So let's take a look at the seats. So this is the seat from Track Seats. Looks pretty nice actually. Comes wrapped in plastic. Looks kind of similar to the original seat. Looks quite a bit similar actually. There's a little bit different shape of the seat. I think you can see that it's a little bit flatter along in here than it is in the original John Deere seat. The John Deere has a little bit more of a concave in the middle of it. The material seems pretty soft. This is very, very hard. The front of the John Deere seat has a tendency to roll down. This doesn't seem to roll down, it seems more squared off, and it kind of sits straight up more on an angle, as you can see. Kind of sits straight up here. And like I say, the sides aren't as deep. This is a lot shallower than on the original. Let's take a look at what the back looks like. Okay, the back is totally different than the John Deere. They have their little emblem here in the middle, and they've got like a star pattern here that isn't on the original John Deere seat. The original John Deere seat has an open square, but there is some difference between the two. Quality, this seems like a pretty good quality seat, but again, it's very, very, very different. It looks like there may be replacement parts on the track seat, I don't know. This is the back is screwed in and the bottom is screwed in. The original John Deere is all molded in. There's no screws to be able to take it apart. One of the things John Deere does is do that kind of stuff on purpose, I think. It's too bad because if you're going to just replace this bottom part, there's nothing wrong with the top. You could have saved a lot of money, but there's no way of doing it. You have to buy the entire seat. So what I did is I went ahead and ordered the John Deere replacement. So let's take a look at them side by side and see how they compare. John Deere was packed very nicely. Not going to bounce anything in there at all. Let's see how they look. Side by side. So you can definitely see a difference. First of all, you can see the color. The original John Deere color is a little bit lighter yellow than the other one. You can see some of the differences between the two. You see the difference in pattern in the actual seats themselves. See the back pattern. So the exact same replacement. This one also has the holes in it for drainage down in there. I'd kind of never noticed before. This does have the original John Deere emblem on the back, as you can see. As compared to the track seat. Now, you could probably buy the John Deere emblem, put them over top of this. I know for a fact that those emblems go about $9. I've bought one before, and plus shipping, so you're looking at $12, $15 just to add the decal on there if you want to put that on there to match it up. One of the things I noticed right away as the difference between the two is that the track seat, there's a bigger distance from where the safety switch goes in to the actual housing. It's about 1 1/8 over here. And over here, it's only about 7/8 of an inch. So I don't know if that would make a big difference when you go to sit on the tractor and you push on the safety seat switch. So my one concern would be with the stiffness of this particular seat versus the softness of this seat. I wonder if you would have specific problems with the safety switch not being able to work correctly when you're getting ready to get off and on the tractor. You don't want the tractor stalling out on you. That's quite a bit of difference. That difference of 1 1/8 versus 7/8. So that could make a difference. I don't know. This does go in when you push down on it. That does go in quite a bit. But as you can see over here, when you push down on this, it goes in quite a bit more. And this is softer. So a lightweight person sitting on the seat, like a child or a little boy or somebody or a little girl who's trying to mow the lawn for you, I don't know, you may have some problems with the safety switch. Something to take into consideration. Again, I don't know if anybody's ever had that problem or not, maybe not. But again, just something to show you the difference between the two seats, so when you decide what you're going to do, you can make up your own mind. Other than that, they look pretty much the same on the bottom, very, very similar. It does appear to be a slight difference in size, maybe not, it could be just my eyes. But as you can see the difference here on this, the vinyl and the cushion doesn't go beyond the frame of the seat. Whereas on this one you can see the vinyl and the cushion goes out a little bit further. So you actually have a little bit bigger seat on the John Deere than you do on the track seat. That adds a good probably 1/2 inch in width to the seat. One of the key differences that I saw between the two seats, again, besides the firmness, I mean, the John Deere seat is much more cushiony, much softer, and I think would have a tendency to be a lot more comfortable. You can see the wings that come out both on the bottom seat and on the side seat, and the curvature for your back and the curvature for your butt. Much nicer design. This is very flat, it doesn't have anywhere near the curvature either here or in here. Now, one of the things I did notice is that the back of the track seat is a little shorter than a John Deere. Although the frames look exactly the same, there is a little slight difference. If you measure from the highest part of the back seat on the track seat, you're looking at an 11.5 inches from here to the top of this. In the same spot on the John Deere, you're looking at a little over 12 inches, almost 12 1/4 inches. So 12 1/4 minus 11 1/2. So you're looking at 3/4 of an inch difference in height of the back of the seat from where you sit. Now, that especially would take into consideration if this seat is firmer and you don't go down as far, this will be shorter. Now with this seat, when you sit on it and you go down even a little bit further, this actually be a little bit higher. So again, one of the things to consider is going to be comfort of the two seats. Much firmer seat, very durable seat, but much softer seat. Totally different design, as you can see. Very curved lines, very squared off lines. Now again, the difference between the two seats out of the box, $185, $135. $50 difference for the manufacturer's seat. So in my mind, because I love my John Deere, and John Deere is very well known for their resale value, if I ever do want to sell it, I don't know if anybody would pick up on the difference between the two, but I think I'm going to choose the John Deere seat. You're going to maintain the value of your John Deere tractor with this. Again, your choice depends upon what you're putting it on. If you're putting it on a brand new tractor or a 10-year-old tractor, you can make your own decision. In my opinion, to keep the tractor all original, I think I'm going to go with the John Deere seat. I didn't get to finish doing the seat yesterday. I had to knock off and go feed the donkeys. Sadie was bellowing and wanted to be fed. I know it's towards the end of the day. So it's the next day. Crazy here in Tennessee sometimes. Yesterday was 75 degrees, sunny, absolutely beautiful. Today, I don't think it's a little bit over 60. Rainy, very, very cold, very damp. Just crazy weather. I had to put a flannel shirt on in order to get warm. So today what we're going to do is replace the seat. As I told you, I've decided to use the actual John Deere replacement. When it was all said and done, there's only about a $20 difference between the two seats when you get into shipping and the cost of the decal. I looked up the decal. The decal with shipping from Green Parts Store is $18. So add that 18 onto the $135, and you're right down to like a $20 difference between the John Deere seat and the track seat. I definitely don't think that that's enough to be able to make the decision to go with something that isn't OEM. So let's change the seat out and see how difficult it is. I think it should be pretty easy. There's a little spring clip that's on here that basically you just have to pop off the rod in order to slide the seat out. But before we do that, what I want to do is take off the safety switch from the seat. See how difficult that is. From what I saw on the internet, you just pretty much have to rotate it out and pull it out. Should be pretty easy to do. Okay, yeah, real easy. You just kind of press down on these little tabs and it just pops right out. So that's not difficult at all. And you can see, as I was saying before, this is how the seat, actually the safety switch works. As you sit on the seat, it pushes down on this and that makes the contact. And that would actually shut off the tractor if you go to get off the seat. When you don't have the brake on, or if you have the mower deck engaged. So again, it's for your safety. I don't know really if that other seat would work well with a really light person. I think if you had a young boy or young girl that was large enough to be able to drive the tractor, but they only weighed 60 or 70 pounds, I'm not sure that other seat would be enough. I don't know. I mean, I can't really say, but it'd be one thing to take into consideration. So let's see if we can pop off this other little spring clip. Shouldn't be too bad. Looks like you might be able to just get a little pair of pliers in there and pull it off. Yeah, that's all there is to it. A little pair of needle nose pliers. There's a nice little part on the back of the clip that you can grab the seat with and pull that right off. It comes right off. Set it over here. I think we can probably just pull out the rod now. Oh yeah, slides right out without a problem. Real easy, nothing to it. Okay, here's the new seat. Should sit right on there pretty easily. use my back to the camera. Yeah, nothing to it. Nothing to it. Clip back on. There you go. Nothing to it. And then we should be able to just pop the seat switch up in here with no problem. There we go. Here's the new seat all on. Nothing to it. Really simple. Okay, let's check to see if the safety works again. Absolutely. Just the way it's supposed to work. Perfect, no issues. So let's talk a little bit about the seat. I personally think that the best decision is to keep the John Deere seat. I showed you the differences between the two seats, between track seat and the John Deere. I think the John Deere is going to be much more comfortable. I think it is a little bit better quality seat than the track seat, although the track seat is a very high quality, very nice seat. Again, it comes down to what you want to do. Out of the box, in your hands, there's only a $40 difference. I went back and did all the math overnight. So this was $187 for the John Deere seat. It was $147 for the track seat. They charge you $12 tax, no shipping, it was free shipping. So it was $147 for track seat, $187 John Deere seat. Now remember, the track seat does not have the John Deere decal on the back. So if you're a little anal retentive like me and you want to have the John Deere decal on the back, you'd have to order that from a John Deere dealer or from greenpartsstore.com, which is where I get most of my John Deere parts, all my maintenance kits and everything from them. And that from them, including shipping, would be $18. So add that $18 onto the $147, you're looking at about $165 versus $185. You're looking at a $20 difference between the two seats to have them at least look exactly the same with the decal. So take that into consideration in your decision as to what you want to do. Again, I'm not slamming track seats. They have a very high quality seat. I think that many people might like it, and you can save yourself a little bit of money if you don't want to put the decal on. $147, ready to go. You want it to look exactly like the John Deere with the decal and all, $187, basically $20 difference. I think the John Deere one is a little bit better product, and going with the OEM is the right way to go. So thanks for watching the video. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to our channel. Stop back and see us. Tell your friends about us. We'd like to expand our base if at all possible. So again, God bless. Take care. See you next time.